Hey, so what is body talk? Well, who here listening to this video has got any health issues? I think everyone will probably put their hands up. Most people have got some problem, being on an emotional, physical or spiritual level, they just can't shift. Maybe you've got some rash on your leg that's been going on forever, or maybe something a bit more serious. Or maybe you're not sleeping or not feeling right within yourself. Body talk can help all of these. So what is body talk? It is a cutting edge therapy. It came from a guy called Dr. John Valentine. He is an Australian chiropractor and acupuncturist with a background in many other modalities. He became sick and discovered this little procedure that healed him when nothing else could. He took that procedure and went round and took some other elements of other therapies and just grew and grew and grew this amazing system called Body Talk. So Body Talk's been around since 1995. It's still very limited knowledge within the UK, but we want to promote it more. It's a great system and more people should be using it. It tends to work when nothing else quite does. So if you know anybody who's been through the run of the NHS and run a few therapists, get them to try Body Talk because it really can make the difference where nothing else works. So Body Talk works by working with the body. When a client comes for a session, we ask the client's body what it needs. So we're individually working with an individual client, individually giving them what they need. So it's very specific. We never quite know what's going to come up. Sometimes things will come up, you can't make them up down the pub. But even if you tried, it's quite fun. So when a client comes, we use well, I'll talk some more in detail about how it works later, but we use some muscle testing to ask yes/no questions, and then we'll find out what lines of communication within the body are broken, and then we heal them. So let's use an example throughout this, that the heart isn't talking to the right knee. So what we do with the client is we get them to place a hand on the heart complex and on the knee, and then we do some gentle tapping. So as you can see, it's very simple to perform. It's a very simple system, but it's quite genius. It is a great therapy. So the body is all energy. Anybody who's watched The Secret or What the Bleep will have a concept of what I'm talking about. All the energy within your body, all the cells within your body are in constant communication with each other. And those communication lines, due to the stresses of everyday life, can get compromised. Certainly at the moment we're in the middle of a credit crunch, and I'm sure there's quite a few stressed people out there. And what does stress cause? Dis-ease. Yep, disease is mainly down to stress. The stress on the body means those communication lines get broken and the body can't heal or take itself to a place where it can heal effectively and quickly. And Body Talk just takes the body to that place where it can heal effectively. So we're not actually doing healing as a Body Talk practitioner. I like to think of it as we're facilitating healing. We're giving the body space for it to heal itself. So we're all cells and everything's in constant communication. Now when you cut your hand open, your body knows the processes and procedures to fix it. But if there's certain lines of communication within the body are broken down, it won't do that as quickly or as effectively as it could. So the hand takes longer to heal, but it still will do it. Your body's always in a state of balance. But what we want to do is take it to a place where A, it's aware of all the issues in your body, so it can address all of them, because sometimes it forgets. And B, it can do it more efficiently and effectively, so things heal quicker. So Body Talk is not only a system for general well-being and for resolving health issues, be that physical, emotional or spiritual, but it really does promote health in a proactive way. So we may actually be stopping you getting things coming down the line. But of course, because you never get them, you never know we've done that. But it absolutely does work in that way. So how does it work? Well, I've spoken about the energy. We are all energy, the body is all communicating, and those lines of communication get broken. So let's say the heart isn't talking to the right knee, that might be causing problems on many different levels. You can never quite tell, but when we reconnect that line of communication again, that pain in your elbow of your left arm could just disappear. Sometimes the things we're dealing with don't always logically, with the left brain way, match up to what we're helping, but truly we are always meeting the agenda of the client. So how would a session look like? The client will come in and lie down on a massage table. Obviously we'd have spoken about what's going on in their life at the moment, so that we're both aware consciously of what their agendas is and what's happening with them. We then get yeses and nos using muscle feedback. That was taken from applied kinesiology. And we'd use the yes and nos to follow procedures and protocols that we've got in order to find out what the client needs addressing. We'd then place some hands on the heart and the knee in this case, if that was the first link that came up, and we just do some gentle tapping on the head and the heart. And we're doing that to wake the brain up to this link. The heart needs to talk to the knee brain. Come on, let's get this sorted now. And then we're tapping the heart in order to store that communication line, so it doesn't need doing again. We talk about learning things off by heart. There's a reason. So that's basically what we're doing. The sessions normally last about 20 minutes, can be a lot longer, can be very quick sometimes. We've had some sessions where miracles have happened with a 5-minute tap. I know I had one recently, absolutely blew me away. So that kind of gives you a feel for what a session might look like. We work with the client, so the client's body actually tells us when they need to come back, which is really fun. The whole ethos of BodyTalk is the working with the body and giving it what it needs. You're an individual, you need an individually tailor-made system for you. We need to know what order things need to be done on you, in what sequence. Everything is absolutely down to the client. Sometimes the body needs to balance some stuff before it can deal with some of the bigger things. So it needs to be in a better state of balance and health to be stronger to fight the war on whatever the cells are up to in the right leg or something. And also things need to be done in a sequence. So if you went and decided to get an operation done in your leg, that might be the worst thing in the world for you, because actually you had some issues there anyway. This is just aggravating it even more. Maybe you needed some work done to your heart first so that you could actually have the operation. Who knows? I'm just talking off the top of my head here, so don't go worrying. But there's a certain sequence to health, and things need to be done in that sequence in order to make your health the optimum system it can be. So what does BodyTalk help with? Absolutely anything. Anybody can benefit from BodyTalk. It really is a great therapy. I've had some clients get off the table and say that is the most relaxed I felt for years. And we don't always take the time out for ourselves, and we don't always take the time out to be proactive about our health. We kind of expect everyone else to pick it up when we get into a state where we're so desperate to get over things. But it's really good to live in a place where you're constantly working with your body to give it what it needs to promote health and balance and recover from injuries quicker. So we talked about asking the body and priorities. What conditions could be addressed with BodyTalk? Well, as I've said, absolutely anything, but dizziness, you name it as a disease, we've probably helped it. I can assure you a practitioner in the world has given some help